everyone. All right. On behalf of the men and women of the Suffolk Department of Fire and Rescue, I would like to welcome you to our 2022 Awards and Recognition Ceremony. What a great event and a great show out. I'm sure many of you have traveled from areas throughout Hampton Roads, and I'm guessing that was traffic-free. That's never the case. So with that, we truly appreciate the sacrifice for you being here as you help us to honor and celebrate your loved ones. I am Battalion Chief Demetri Wilson, and I will serve as your Master of Ceremonies. Before I begin, I would like to take a moment to recognize our Deputy Chief, Ted Adams. For the past 10 years, he has been the MC of this ceremony, and I think we will all agree he's done an amazing, outstanding job, which makes me question why he chose me to do this. But outstanding. Chief, I figured it out. Everyone else turned it down, so thank you. You know, he has well represented our department over the past years and will continue. One of his valued traditions is to get a photo of you. Normally that photo is facing this direction, but because of Chief, he started a new tradition which I would love to honor if I could get my iPhone correct. I will get a photo of you. You can smile, it's okay. All right, I don't know about the selfie. Somebody have a selfie stick? Let's see. Right, great job. This afternoon, we are going to celebrate the promotion of 6 lieutenants, 4 captains, and 3 battalion chiefs. In addition, we will be presenting awards for Firefighter of the Year, Paramedic of the Year, Officer of the Year, the Certificate of Meritorious Conduct, Medal of Valor, Medal of Honor, Certificate of Commendation, Medal of Merit, and the Fire Chief's Award of Excellence. This afternoon, we will also be recognizing and honoring our 2021 retirees and our most recent hires. Please stand and join me as the Suffolk Department of Fire and Rescue's Honor Guard presents the colors and remain standing as Paramedic Morgan Reed sings the national anthem.
Hello? Hey. Raise up. On.
Outstanding, as always, Morgan. Thank you. And a special salute to our honor guard, always represented with pride and honor. Paramedic Ed Talk, could I ask you to come to the podium to offer the invocation?
Good evening. You bow your heads, let's go to the Lord in prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this night, for this evening, for our ability to gather as a group, as a department, as a city. We pray for those who can't be with us right now, who are covering duty, running calls, taking care of the city as we're here. We thank you for the blessings that we have and the privilege of serving in the capacities that are represented in this room tonight, whatever they might be. We ask for your blessing on the proceedings as we recognize the common men and women in this room who on a daily basis perform uncommon and extraordinary achievements. Above all, we thank you for your grace and mercy. Watch over us tonight. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Ed. At this time, I'd like to recognize our special guests. I apologize, please be seated. Unless you want to stand like me. Look around and see plenty. Thank you for attending. Our mayor, Mike Duman. Vice Mayor, Leroy Bennett. Council Member, Don Goldberg. Council Member, Leotis Williams. Council Member, Lou Ward. City Manager, Albert Moore. City Attorney, William Hutchings Jr. Clerk of the Circuit Court, Randy Carter. Thank you, Randy. Commonwealth Attorney, Narendra Plez. Director of Media and Community Relations, Jennifer Moore. And Chesapeake Deputy Chief, Sam Gilisano. Thank you for your attendance and your continued support. Always plays an integral role in the continued success of our organization. We really appreciate your attendance. Thank you. I'd also be remiss if I did not recognize the other special guests in attendance. That will be the family and friends in attendance with their loved ones. Please rise so that we may salute you. You get it too. Truly, if not for your sacrifices and constant and unwavering support, we would not be able to perform the duties that are bestowed upon us. Thank you. I would now like to introduce our Fire Chief, Mike Baraki, and ask that he come to the podium and provide remarks. Thank you, Chief.
As I come up, it's the birthday of the United States Marine Corps, and Dimitri served in the Marine Corps. Any other Marines here? Please stand up and let's be recognized. There we go. Welcome to the ninth annual Suffolk Fire Rescue Awards and Recognition Ceremony. Before I address the award recipients and their families, I'd like to take this time to thank Mayor Duman, members of council, our city manager, Mr. Al Moore, our fantastic department and department heads in the city for supporting Suffolk Department of Fire and Rescue and our mission to serve and protect. This evening we recognize service. We'll be recognizing our staff, firefighters, paramedics, and officers who were hired, promoted, retired, demonstrated exceptional and heroic performance over the past year. We will also recognize citizens who went above and beyond to support the Fire and Rescue Department and our community. To serve is the most noble of any action. This is why we stop one time a year and honor those who went above and beyond in the service of others. In the last 12 months, Suffolk Department of Fire and Rescue responded to 18,727 incidents with 42,974 unit responses of our fire apparatus and our medic units. Why, if we had so many incidents and responses, do we recognize the service of just a few firefighters, officers, and civilians? You see, every day, our firefighters and medics serve with pride and honor, but only a few make it to the awards committee or for consideration. The reason, the fire service is a very humble group of people who are just doing their job. That is who we are. With that, we could not serve in this profession without our family members. Chief Wilson just asked everybody to stand, so I won't do that. But again, thank you, family members, for allowing us to do what we do and take care of the home. We inject our firefighters and officers into situations that are not scripted, not easily mitigated, highly dynamic. Each firefighter and officer who are recognized tonight executed skillful judgment with decisive importance. Everyone in this room made skillful judgments decisively in a time period that allowed others to live. When you hear the stories associated with the awards in just a few moments, you will understand that the difference between life and death was just seconds. I am so proud of the awards recipients here tonight, and it is an honor to share your stories, or share their stories with you and with everybody in attendance. Thank you, and may God bless all who serve and protect the citizens of Suffolk. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. I would now like to introduce our mayor, Mike Newman, and ask that he come to the podium and provide remarks. Mayor.
Thank you. Same round. Thank you, Chief.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chief. A lot of chiefs in here tonight. A lot of chiefs, few Indians, a lot of chiefs. Good evening. As mayor of this great city, it is a pleasure to welcome everyone to this special occasion as we swear in 3 battalion chiefs, 4 captains, 6 lieutenants, and we acknowledge 3 retirements and welcome 4 new members to the Suffolk Fire and Rescue family. In addition, we will be presenting a number of well-deserved awards that recognize the outstanding dedication and perseverance of individuals that have gone above and beyond the call of duty. We will also be presenting awards to 4 citizens who by their actions have demonstrated a willingness to unselfishly come to the aid of others. One person caring about another represents life's greatest value. Never underestimate the difference that you can make in the lives of others. All this, and it's only been 2 weeks since we celebrate the graduation of 31 individuals from the Hampton Roads Fire Academy. All in all, quite impressive. I would be remiss also if I didn't thank the families for sharing your loved ones with us for the many sacrifices you have made while these heroes go about the business of protecting all our families. Last year, the chief gave me, and I think I got it someplace here, give me a second, gave me this really cool coin. And he called it a challenge coin. And I appreciate the chief giving it to me, but he never told me what the challenge was. So, me being the way I am, I thought I would do a little research and try to create my own challenge. In my quest to create that challenge, I came across the Firefighter Code of Ethics. An excerpt from the code introduction states, and I quote, "Ethics comes from the Greek word ethos, meaning character. Character is not necessarily defined by how a person behaves when conditions are optimal and life is good. It is easy to take the high road when the path is paved and obstacles are few or non-existent. Character is also defined by decisions made under pressure when no one is looking, when the road contains landmines, and the way is obscured. As members of the fire service, we share a responsibility to project an ethical character of professionalism, integrity, compassion, loyalty, and honesty in all that we do all the time." End of quote. What better challenge is it for me than to try to emulate these ideals? The award recipients this evening have demonstrated that character and have most certainly adhered to and exemplified the Firefighter Code of Ethics. To our entire fire and rescue family, you are a citizen's 24-hour day, 7 days a week, ever-present community security blanket. Every day we call upon you to respond quickly to emergencies and to protect our families, our neighbors, and our property. What sets you at the highest level is that you perform your duty in the most uncontrolled environments known to man, where lives, including your own, are in the balance and time is of the essence. To our reward recipients and those being promoted, City Council and our citizens are proud of your accomplishments and grateful for your service. In closing, I'd like to take a moment to recite the fireman's prayer. And that is, when I am called to duty, God, wherever flames may rage, give me strength to save a life, whatever be its age. Help me to embrace a little child before it's too late, or save an older person from the horror of that fate. Enable me to be alert, to hear the weakest shout, and quickly and efficiently put the fire out. I want to fill my calling and to give the best in me to guard my neighbor and protect his property. And if according to your will I lose my life, bless with your protecting hand my loving family from strife. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you again, Mayor. At this time, I would like to congratulate and welcome our new hires. When your name is called, will you please stand and be recognized? Office Assistant, Brandy Armstrong. Account Associate, Kathy Jeffrey. Fire Medic, Benjamin Rindeau. And Fire Investigator, Ben DeLugo. Brandy, I promise I didn't leave any boxes up front. No more emails. Welcome to our family, and thank you, for I know you will and will continue to be a great benefit for our department. Thank you. At this time, the Suffolk Department of Fire and Rescue would like to recognize and honor the 2021 retirees. Will Chief Baraki please come to the front of the stage? Each retiree will be receiving an encased flag that was flown over their last duty assignment in their honor. Retired Battalion Chief Charles Jolly, would you please come to the front to be recognized?
Don't take me over. I don't think I can.
Outstanding. Thank you, Chief. Retired firefighter, I apologize, retired Lieutenant Teresa Monroe, would you please come to the front to be recognized? Chief. Retired firefighter medic Jonathan Guffey, would you please come to the front to be recognized? I think John's here today. We will definitely put his award away from him and get it to him. I would now like to ask that all retirees of Suffolk Fire and Rescue in attendance please stand and be recognized. Please, Captain Clark, Big Steve. I know that I can speak for all current members in saying you have all played a major role in molding each of us and helping to build this department into the great organization it is today. And I personally would not be standing here today if it was not for your words of wisdom and guidance. Thank you. At this time, we will perform the oath of office and badge pinning for our promotions. The clerk of the circuit court Randy Carter, will administer the oath of office. Mr. Carter, will you please come to the front? You're at the front. You're quick. I will now call the battalion chiefs who are being promoted. When you hear your name called, please come forward with your badge pinner. Battalion Chief Keith Johnson. Battalion Chief Keith Johnson has been part of the Suffolk Fire and Rescue family since 2004. He is a nationally registered paramedic and serves as Battalion 4, where he oversees the EMS Bureau, amongst many other things. Keith carries many hats. Outstanding, Keith. Battalion Chief Stevie Johnson. Battalion Chief Johnson has been a part of the Suffolk Fire and Rescue family since 1996. He was a founding member of the communication team and currently serves as Battalion 2 Charlie Shift. But I apologize, Battalion 2 Bravo. Johnson comes from a long line of Suffolk firefighters to include his grandfather, father, and uncle. We're in attendance. Outstanding. Battalion Chief Leon Ratliff, Bubba. Battalion Chief Ratliff has been a part of the Suffolk Fire and Rescue family since 1998 after spending 2 years as a Suffolk police officer. Battalion Chief Ratliff is the training chief of Suffolk Fire and Rescue and has successfully directed 12 recruit academies, including a joint academy with Portsmouth Fire and Rescue. Battalion Chief Ratliff's focus has always been the men and women he serves along with the community he is sworn to protect. I want to say he has helped mold many of the members in our department. We really appreciate it. And with that, when someone does something wrong, we just blame it on Bubba. Outstanding. Mr. Carter, will you please give the oath of office?
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia, that I will faithfully and impartially discharge all the duties incumbent upon me as a battalion chief for the City of Suffolk Department of Fire and Rescue, according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Outstanding. All right. Badge pinner, you may pin your promoted. Congratulations, Chiefs. You may be seated. I will now call the captains who are being promoted. When you hear your name called, please come forward. Captain Robert Hodges. Captain Hodges has been a part of the Suffolk Fire and Rescue family since 2009. He obtained his paramedic certification from Tidewater Community College in 2011 and became a critical care paramedic in 2013. Since becoming a line officer in 2017, Captain Hodges has served as an engine company officer and EMS supervisor. He is also the union treasurer for Suffolk Professional Firefighters Local 2801. Captain Hodges is currently assigned to admin for a special assignment. Outstanding. Captain Colt Pulley. Captain Pulley has been a part of the Suffolk Fire and Rescue family since 2003. Captain Pulley obtained an associate's degree in emergency medicine from Tidewater Community College in May of 2008. Captain Pulley is a 2012 graduate of the Hampton Roads Fire Officer Command School and was named Paramedic of the Year in 2013. Captain Pulley is currently assigned to Engine Company 4, 8 shift. Captain Bradford Travis Saunders. Captain is not present today, but he's on my shift, so I will be sure to give that to him. But Captain Saunders has been a part of the Suffolk Fire and Rescue family since 2005. Captain Saunders holds many certifications from the Virginia Department of Fire Programs, as well as an associate's degree in fire science from Tidewater Community College. He is currently assigned to Rescue 1A shift. Congratulations, Captain Saunders. I'll pass that on. Captain Owen Thomason. Captain Thomason is also not here today. We will be sure to get his award to him. Captain Thomason has been a part of the Suffolk Fire and Rescue family since 1995. Captain Thomason received an associate's degree in applied fire science from Tidewater Community College in 1995. He is on the Personal Protective Equipment and Uniform Committee and also assists with Suffolk Fire and Rescue's annual Mayday training. Captain Thomason is assigned to Engine 5 on 8 shift. Congratulations, Captain Thomason. Mr. Carter?
Okay, gentlemen, raise your right hands and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States
Support the Constitution of the United States.
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia,
The Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia.
that I will faithfully and impartially
Faithfully and impartially.
discharge all the duties
Discharge all the duties
incumbent upon me as
incumbent upon me as
a captain
captain
with the City of Suffolk Department of Fire and Rescue,
of the City of Suffolk Department of Fire and Rescue,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Badge printers, you may pin your promoted. It's okay if you poke them. Congratulations, captains. You may be seated. I will now call the lieutenants who are being promoted. When you hear your name called, please come forward. Lieutenant David Creekmore. Lieutenant Creekmore has been a part of the Suffolk Fire and Rescue family since 2004. Lieutenant Creekmore attended Southside Regional Fire Academy Class 31. Lieutenant Creekmore holds an associate's degree in fire science from Tidewater Community College and is a graduate of Hampton Roads Fire Officer Academy. He holds numerous certifications from the Virginia Department of Fire Programs. Lieutenant Creekmore was one of the original members of Suffolk's Maritime Incident Response Team and is currently assigned to Engine Company 1 on A shift. Lieutenant Ryan Harris. Lieutenant Harris has been a part of the Suffolk Fire and Rescue family since 2011. Lieutenant Harris became a paramedic in 2014 and is a member of the communications team. Lieutenant Harris is a peer fitness trainer and is currently assigned to Engine Company 6 Alpha Shift. Outstanding. Lieutenant Michael Joseph. Lieutenant Joseph has been a part of the Suffolk Fire and Rescue family since 2011. He graduated from Radford University in 2010 with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. He is a member of the technical rescue team and serves on the department's health and safety committee. Lieutenant Joseph is currently assigned to Engine Company 2 on C shift. Lieutenant Christopher Posias. Lieutenant Posias has been a part of the Suffolk Fire and Rescue family since 2001. He graduated from Tidewater Community College in December 2005, magna cum laude, with an Associate of Applied Science in Fire Science and serves on the Department's Health and Safety Committee. Lieutenant Posias is currently assigned to Engine Company 6 on C shift. Lieutenant Vincent Posey. Lieutenant Posey has been a part of the Suffolk Fire and Rescue family since 2003. Lieutenant Posey earned his technical rescue certifications while assigned to Rescue 1. Lieutenant Posey has served on multiple units to include Engine 5, Ladder 6, and is currently assigned to Engine Company 7, A shift. Lieutenant Posey has been the Executive Vice President of Local 2801 for the past 13 years and currently serves as Local 2801 President. Stand. Lieutenant Burgess Wills. Lieutenant Wills has been a part of the Suffolk Fire and Rescue family since 2006. Lieutenant Wills became a member of the department's technical rescue team in 2016, where he served as a technical rescue technician assigned to Rescue 1. Lieutenant Wills serves as a member on the Health and Safety Committee as well as the Hose and Nozzle Committee. Lieutenant Wills is currently assigned to Ladder 6 on B shift. Mr. Carter.
New lieutenants, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia, that I will faithfully and impartially discharge all the duties incumbent upon me as a lieutenant with the City of Suffolk Department of Fire and Rescue, according to the best of my ability, so help me God. Lower your hands.
Badge pinner, you may pin your promoted. All right. Congratulations, lieutenants. You may be seated. We have now come to the awards portion of the ceremony. Will Chuck Mullen please come to the front and be recognized? Chuck is being presented with the Firefighter of the Year Award. Master Firefighter Charles Mullen has been a part of the Suffolk Fire and Rescue family for 20 years. He is currently assigned to the Marine team, which is housed at Fire Station 9. Master Firefighter Mullen was awarded the Medal of Merit in 2020 by Suffolk Fire and Rescue for being instrumental in the development of the department's Marine team and procurement of Fireboat 1. Mullen is a member and instructor of the Hampton Roads Regional Maritime Incident Response Team, MERT. He was awarded the Port of Virginia Maritime Incident Response Team Distinguished Service Award in 2021. Master Firefighter Mullen is a certified National Association of State Boating Law Administrators instructor and also holds several United States Coast Guard certifications to include USCG Auxiliary Coxswain and USCG Search and Rescue Coordinator. Chuck was instrumental in helping to write a successful federal Homeland Security grant, which enabled design, purchase, and implementation of the first all-hazards fireboat in Suffolk's history. In his free time, you can find Chuck boating, fishing, or at the beach spending time with his family and friends. Congratulations, Chuck, and thank you for all that you did. You may be seated, Chuck. Will Fire Medic Brian Dottie please come to the front and be recognized. Bryant is being presented with the Paramedic of the Year Award. Master Firefighter Medic Bryant Dotson has been with Suffolk Fire and Rescue family for 5 years. He graduated from Tidewater Regional Fire Academy, Class 144, and obtained his paramedic certification in 2016. Dotson holds an associate's degree in agricultural technology from Virginia Tech and is currently pursuing a Bachelor of Science degree in fire administration. Master Firefighter Dotson has been assigned to Engine 25, Ladder 5, and Engine 2. He was recently assigned as a staff instructor in the training division, tasked with helping to develop our most recent recruit graduates. Dotson is currently assigned to Ladder 3 Charlie shift. He is certified technician level in the core technical rescue disciplines. In his free time, you can find Dottie hunting, fishing, and camping with his wife and friends. Outstanding. Congratulations. Will Battalion Chief Keith Johnson please come to the front and be recognized? Keith is being presented with the Officer of the Year Award. Battalion Chief Johnson has been a member of the Suffolk Fire and Rescue family for 18 years. He was promoted to Fire Lieutenant in 2012 and later promoted to Fire Captain in 2016. He is currently assigned to Battalion 4, where he serves as the Acting Battalion Chief in Administration. Captain Johnson was awarded the Medal of Honor by Suffolk Fire and Rescue in 2019. In 2007, he completed Suffolk Fire and Rescue's first in-house program through Tidewater Community College. Congratulations, Captain. Chief, excuse me. All right. Will Lieutenant Rainey Dale, Firefighter Paramedic David Dale, and Easton Dale please come to the front to be recognized. Lieutenant Dale and David Dale are being presented with the Certificate of Commendation. Easton Dale is being presented with the Certificate of Meritorious Conduct. On November 4, 2021, Suffolk Fire and Rescue crews were dispatched to a shed on fire behind a residence that was starting to extend to a nearby large kennel containing several dogs. The kennel was locked and prevented the dogs from escaping. Two off-duty Suffolk firefighters, Rainey and Dave Dale, and their son Easton, who live in close proximity to the residence, made their way to the home to assist. They arrived quickly, unlocked the gate, and assisted all the dogs to a safer location and out of harm's way of the kennel, which was now heavily involved in fire. Rainey, Dave, and Easton's quick response and selfless action saved the lives of all the dogs in the kennel, who would have definitely perished. Thank you for a job well done. Will Captain Spate, Robert Hayes, Amy Dunn Brown, Trevor Duke, Raquel Webby, Andy Kitchen, Adam Short, Charles Kelly, Lieutenant Rick Ward, Travis Williford, Anthony Miller, and Warren Oliver please come to the front to be recognized. Captain Spate and Robert Hayes are being presented with the Medal of Honor. Amy Dunn Brown, Trevor Duke, Andy Kitchen, Raquel Webby, Adam Short, Charles Kelly, Lieutenant Rick Ward, Travis Williford, Anthony Miller, and Warren Oliver are being presented with a Certificate of Commendation Unit Citation. On October 24, 2021, units were dispatched to a residential structure fire. While responding, dispatch advised that multiple callers were stating the house was fully involved with one person trapped inside. Due to multiple recent calls for service at the noted address, the fire crews were aware of a bedridden male who normally resides in a bedroom on the rear corner of the home. On arrival, crews encountered heavy fire from the front exterior, with extension into the living room and attic of the house. While performing a 360-degree walk-around, Captain Spate made the decision to perform a enter, isolate, and search tactic, VIS, of that room. They cleared and sounded the floor, and Captain Spate then entered through the window with a plan of securing the door and searching the room. Heavy smoke and heat conditions were encountered in the room. Captain Spate found the victim and communicated that crews needed to convert the window into a door for victim removal. Since the bed was on rollers, they moved the whole bed towards the window. As they moved the victim and bed across the room, the exterior crew finished cutting the window to the floor level and began assisting with victim removal by removing the mattress from the bed. The patient was successfully rescued from the structure and turned over to the medic crew for treatment and transport. As a direct result of teamwork and great leadership, their ability to perform this rescue was greatly enhanced. Thanks for a job well done. This is a true example of selfless, courageous behavior exhibited by all involved. Outstanding. All right. Outstanding. Well, Battalion Chief Chuck Knight, Suffolk Police Officer David Green and SPD Officer Austin Kaiser please come to the front to be recognized. Chief Knight is being presented with the Medal of Valor. Officer Green and Officer Kaiser are being presented with the Certificate of Commendation. On April 13, 2022, fire department units were dispatched to a commercial structure fire with multiple citizens report of children trapped inside. As the incident commander, Battalion Chief Jack Knight was the first to arrive. He found a two-story residential quadplex-style apartment building with heavy fire venting from the backside of the first floor. Fire was quickly spreading to the second floor, and thick, acrid smoke was noted throughout the structure. With no fire suppression units yet on the scene and numerous reports of multiple children trapped inside, time was of the essence. Realizing any children still inside would not survive without immediate action, Battalion Chief Knight chose to enter the building in search of them. Upon seeing this, Suffolk Police Officer David Green and Suffolk Police Officer Austin Kaiser followed him into the first floor's thick smoke. Their body cameras would capture the next harrowing moments. Once inside, Chief Knight ascended the stairs to the children's last known location on the second floor. Chief Knight and Officers Green and Kaiser encountered choking smoking conditions, forcing them low to the stairs. Chief Knight continually yelled into the blinding smoke, hoping anyone still alive would walk towards his voice and the sound of his radio. Hearing no one, Chief Knight, without protective gear or a hose line, pushed further up the stairs through deadly heat conditions and zero visibility. After retrieving a flashlight from one of the police officers, he peered in the thickest smoke and suddenly saw the silhouette of a child's legs near the top of the stairs. Chief Knight immediately reached out and grabbed the disoriented child, returning down the stairs to safety. He passed the child to the two awaiting officers and ordered them to take the victim to the ambulance, only now arriving on the scene. He then ascended the stairs again to search through the toxic smoke for any remaining children. With conditions rapidly worsening and no additional victims found, Chief Knight exited the building and resumed his role as the incident commander. All life is precious, however, that of a child is particularly sacred. And the immediate actions of Battalion Chief Knight, Suffolk Police Officer David Green, and Austin Kaiser undoubtedly saved the child's life. Their selfless disregard for their own safety is in keeping with the highest standards of Suffolk Fire and Rescue and the Suffolk Police Department. Thank you for a job well done. Will Stephen Hale, Todd Helmick, Matthew Wendell, and Dwight Lady please come to the front to be recognized? Stephen Hale, Todd Helmick, and Matthew Wendell are being presented with the Medal of Honor. Crews responded to a commercial structure fire in a family dwelling, and upon arrival, fire showing in the building. Command received several reports that children were trapped on the second floor. Rescue 1, Ladder 3, Engine 1, and Engine 2 went to the second floor. Other crews were assigned to assist the first floor. Conditions worsened and heat and dense smoke increased. Engine 1 lost contact with their hose lines, immediately issuing a mayday. Engine 2 made contact with Engine 1, and they were also disoriented low on air. The crew of Rescue 1, Hale, Hammock, and Wendell, heard the mayday, called and started searching for Engine 1, not knowing Engine 1 was also in trouble. Rescue 1 was able to locate both crews and led them out the building to safety. Strong work, guys. Dwight Lady isn't present today. He is with me, so I'll be sure to get his medal to him. Well, Captain Hale, Adam Short, Lieutenant Adams, James Schmeling, Cliff Carr, Lieutenant Les Stickles, Dave Bell, Matt Nixon, Michael Thomas, Andy Kitchen, Captain Spade, Scott Allen, Lieutenant Wills, Francis Triplett, Brian Moody, Battalion Chief Brown, Jason Yost, Raquel Webby, Lieutenant Grasser, William Minga, Daniel Viejo, Lieutenant Weaver, Lieutenant Ward, Matthew Terry, Captain Hodges, Travis Williford, and Trevor Duke. I think I got that all. Please come to the front to be recognized. On July 7th, crews responded to a 3-alarm fire at the Suffolk Tower apartment building. Fire was showing from the 5th floor when fire units arrived. Dispatch reported several occupants were calling 911 and stating they could not get out of the building and were trapped by the thick black smoke. Engine companies and Rescue 1 were sent to the building to perform a search. Ladder companies set up their aerials to assist with rescuing occupants. Captain Hale and Adam Short will receive the Medal of Valor. Captain Hale and Senior Firefighter Short responded on Rescue 1 to Suffolk Tower Apartments. Captain Hale and Senior Firefighter Short proceeded up towards the 5th floor while performing a quick check on floors 2 through 4 and reported the floors were clear. Rescue 1 reached that floor. They encountered heavy smoke conditions with zero visibility. Captain Hale and Short entered the 5th floor and began searching for occupants. After proceeding down the hallway, they located a victim on the floor and started moving him towards the stairwell. While performing this rescue, the disoriented occupant removed his breathing apparatus facepiece of Senior Firefighter Short. Captain Hale, Senior Firefighter Short continued with their mission until they reached the protected stairwell and transferred the victim to other crews that took him out of the building for treatment. Courageous actions of Hale and Short most likely saved the life of the victim, considering the amount of heat and smoke in that building. Outstanding work. Chief Brown, Jason Yost, Raquel Webby, Brian Grasser, William Minga, Daniel Viejo, Captain Stephen Spate, Travis Williford, Scott Allen, Lieutenant Adams, James Smelling, Cliff Carr, Lieutenant Stickles, Dave Bale, Matt Nixon, Michael Thomas, Andy Kitchen, Ryan Moody, Captain Hale again, Adam Short, Lieutenant Richard Ward, Captain Hodges, Trevor Duke, Lieutenant Lucas Weaver, and Matthew Terry will receive the Certificate of Commendation, unit citation for their exemplary performance at the Suffolk Tower apartment fire. These are the units that were on their first alarms assignment. These crews operated a high-rise fire with occupants trapped as if they've done it 100 times. Crews were disciplined and task-oriented. These men and women met the fire that generations of firefighters that served in downtown area before them had always dreaded. They met this fire head-on and performed flawlessly. Strong work and thanks for a job well done.
All in the back, Short in the front, and Scott, come up, let's take 2 rows, please. There's shrimp and chicken fingers waiting. Set it up. Scott, you're probably back on. Shrimp, you're probably okay. How big do you want? That'll work. Ready?
Outstanding. I don't think I see them. Will Dwight Lady and Trevor Duke please come to the front to be recognized? There's Trevor. Field Incident Technician, or FITS, Lady and Duke are being presented with the Medal of Merit. As a battalion field incident technician, these firefighters play an integral role in assisting the shift battalions with various daily administrative and operational functions. Most importantly, ensuring minimum staffing levels are met on a daily basis. The task of meeting and maintaining minimum staffing levels can be very arduous at times. This requires the utmost commitment and dedication of our FITs on and off duty to fill each and every vacancy. Outstanding work. Will Lieutenant Amy Adams and Battalion Chief Stevie Johnson please come to the front to be recognized? Lieutenant Adams and Battalion Chief Johnson are being presented with the Medal of Merit. Lieutenant Adams and Battalion Chief Johnson have been an intricate part of the apparatus team for 12 years. They have dedicated hundreds of hours towards providing the members of Suffolk Fire and Rescue the best fire apparatus available. This has required numerous trips out of state to design and inspect fire apparatus. A minimum of 3 visits are required for each truck, in addition to many design meetings that take place in the city. Their dedication to this important part of our department is often overlooked once the new trucks hit the street. Most fire personnel have no idea the amount of time that members of this team spend on each piece of apparatus. They use the knowledge they have gained over the 12 years to constantly recommend improvements to our apparatus. I'm sure you've seen them out front. Thank you. Great work. Will Michael D. Turner, James Smelling, Ryan West, Edward Tuck, and Captain Stephen Hinkle come to the front to be recognized? They are being presented with the Medal of Merit, nominated for their exemplary performance for leading the department's first tractor-drawn aerial program. With only 5 instructors, they have logged countless hours of training to instruct our operators and tiller drivers. Most of this cadre had very limited experience operating tractor-drawn aerials, but through training and dedication, they have piloted a formal program that will set our organization apart from the rest of the region. Through their efforts, this will ultimately provide a safer operation for our members and limit the downtime of our aerial apparatus so that it may continue to provide service to our citizens. Strong work. We got another one coming. Get ready. With Captain Steve Hinkle, Michael D. Turner, Richard Hudak, Ryan Foster, Brian Moore, James Beeman, and Morgan Reed, please come to the front to be recognized. They are being presented with a certificate of commendation unit citation. On September 1st, units were dispatched to a motor vehicle accident in the 2200 block of Bridge Road. Medic 5, EMS 2, and Ladder 5 arrived on scene to find a single work van upright on the shoulder of the road that had ran into a tree. Companies checked the vehicle to find 2 occupants still inside, with the driver of the vehicle impaled through his chest by a 3-inch branch that extended from the windshield through the driver's seat. The crews of Medic 5 and EMS 2 worked to stabilize the patient and initiate care, while members from the latter company utilized hydraulic cutters to cut the branch from both sides of the patient to successfully extricate him. The patient was then ground transported to Norfolk General Hospital, where he underwent surgery to remove the impaled branch, which resulted in 5 broken ribs and a 17-day stay at the hospital. On a follow-up with the patient, he advised that he was doing well. Outstanding work. With Battalion Chief Steve Johnson, Captain Stephen Hinkle, David Dale, Richard Hudak, Lieutenant Doug Carter, Brandon Williams, and Sean Porter, please come to the front to be recognized. They are being presented with the Certificate of Commendation Unit Citation. In June, firefighters received information that a beloved family cat, Lily, had escaped and possibly trapped in a storm drain. They responded to see if there was anything they could do to help. With great kindness and genuine concern, they were able to confirm that the cat was in the storm drain pipe but would not come out. Crews assisted with setting up of a humane trap, and over the next 3 days continuously monitored the situation. When they learned that the cat had entered the trap unharmed, they quickly responded to remove the heavy grate to free the hungry and exhausted cat. According to Lily's family, if it were not for Suffolk Fire and Rescue, we could not have trapped Lily so quickly. Outstanding job. Would Dwayne Martin and Patrick Brown please come to the front to be recognized? They in attendance? Mr. Martin and Mr. Brown are being presented with a Certificate of Meritorious Conduct. On the morning of September 5th, 2022, Station 5 units responded to an MVA on 664. On arrival, a vehicle was found against the concrete base of a large sign with fire showing from the engine compartment, quickly spreading to the passenger compartment. The lone occupant, who was unstable with trauma, had been removed from the burning vehicle by 2 citizens who had stopped to render aid long before the arrival of the SFD units. These gentlemen, Dwayne Martin and Patrick Brown, removed the patient while the vehicle was on fire at the risk of their own personal safety. Their acts of heroism truly deserve recognition and a special thank you from Suffolk Fire and Rescue. Job well done. Definitely get them their awards. Will Zandalin Shepherd please come to the front to be recognized? Zandalin in attendance? Still think it's important to say what was done. Zandalin is being presented with a Certificate of Meritorious Conduct. On December 21st, 2021, dispatch answered a call from an 8-year-old child reporting his mother couldn't breathe. The child did a fantastic job answering the dispatcher's questions and remaining on the line until they knew the medics were there with the patient. The mother was treated and transported by the medic crew. The dispatcher stated, "I wasn't sure if there was any recognition that could be done, but the child did a great job." We all would agree. Zandalin was calm and in quick actions, got the mom medical attention she needed in a timely fashion. Thanks for a job well done. Outstanding. Is Captain Taz Lancaster in attendance? I haven't seen him. We'll be sure to get his award to him. Outstanding. Okay, at this time I would ask that Chief Baraki come back to the podium for the presentation of the Fire Chief's Award of Excellence and then give closing remarks.
Dimitri, I want to say thank you so much. The awards that we're doing, as you see in my opening, are pretty, heroic, but these guys would never come here at all to receive an award unless the family members kind of pushed them, and because they're doing their job. So thank you to the family as well. I'm going to transition to the Fire Chief's Award of Excellence. Fire Chief's Award of Excellence is presented each year to a member of the Suffolk Department of Fire and Rescue family in recognition for their continued dedication, perseverance, professionalism, and commitment to the values, goals, and success of the department and city. All personnel in the department, sworn and civilian, are eligible for consideration. This year's Fire Chief's Award is presented to a member of our family who has been instrumental in the success and daily operations of the Suffolk Department of Fire Rescue for the past 4+ years. This employee is responsible for the FY 2023 adopted budget of $42,555,825. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Manager. I was looking for $826, but $1 was withheld. In addition, every financial transaction, procurement, purchase order, paycheck, budget performance report is her responsibility. This wonderful mother of 3 highly successful sons is a leader. She is ultra professional and is known for maintaining an impeccable attention to detail, holding all of us in Suffolk Fire Rescue accountable for our business interactions, travel vouchers. She's friendly but very firm, friendly but firm, committed to ensuring the department operates in an efficient and legal manner and that we all follow city and departmental policies. All of this while ensuring the good of the department and most importantly, the good of the city is always first. At this time, I'd like to ask Ms. Carla Sumlin and her husband, Ed, to please come to the stage. Oh, shoot, I got to talk. Ms. Carla, I'm going to ask Chief Dickens to get to you. I'm going to talk a little bit more about you for everybody. We affectionately refer to Carla as Miss Carla. I think I just said it just now. Officers in the department often say Miss Carla is, quote, the one who makes sure we stay within policy. Chuck, yes, I know, I hear it all the time. Everyone knows if you need clarification or understanding regarding city financial policies, you must see Miss Carla. Carla rejoined the city and the fire department in September 2018, but served in the City of Suffolk Police Department from 1998 till 2005. Carla's professionalism and execution of her duties serves as an example to others. Carla's performance and dedication contributes directly to the success of the department and the city. It is my honor and pleasure to present the 2022 Fire Chiefs Award of Excellence to Ms. Carla Sumlin. Don't stop doing that. Do I got to close now?
You got to close.
Okay. Is the shrimp up? Okay.
Just about.
Okay. Thank you, Dimitri, for inviting me to close it out. Thank you. What a wonderful award ceremony and evening. I want to thank the awards committee for their diligence and dedication. I know most of them are probably next door, but it's very time-consuming and arduous to review all the submissions, investigate their worthiness. But I want to say thank you to Chief Dickens, Chief Adams, Miss Martha, my executive, I bet, is she across? Certainly Deputy Emergency Management Coordinator Richard Stevens, he might be next door as well. Master Firefighter Katie Russell, hi Katie, thank you. Investigator Pam King, she might be next door, and Strategic Planner Anna Jones. As you all know, for any type of an event like this to kick off, it takes everybody. Thank you to the Honor Guard, Morgan Reed, Ed Tuck for displaying the colors, singing our national anthem, and blessing these proceedings. Also, thank you to the Media and Community Relations Department for the AV, pictures and videos, and certainly developing and printing the program that we have. So thank you to Jennifer Moore. Andy Franklin's not here, but he contributed. Val Baker on the back, hi Val, and Tim Butler right here. Thank you, Tim, for everything you do. Thank you to the Hilton Garden Inn for the hospitality and certainly support of this department. In closing, we recognize the accomplishments of the members of Suffolk Department of Fire Rescue and the citizens of our community. It is, without question, an honor to recognize your accomplishments in a ceremony as beautiful as this. Please continue to serve with pride and honor. God bless the members of Suffolk Fire Rescue. Thank you. Nice job. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Baraki. Ed Tuck, would you please come back to the podium and give the benediction?
Bow your heads in prayer, if you would. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this evening and the recognition of the men and women tonight and what they've done for the city and for the fire department. We thank you that we have the honor to do that and to serve the city. Give us your wisdom and discernment as we go about our task and continue to do our work, and guide our efforts so that they are performed with a clean and pure heart. We thank you again for your grace and mercy and all that you do for us, and watch over us as we head out again tonight to take care of things in the city. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Ed. That concludes the ceremony portion of this event. Please join us in the next room for the reception. This is not typical lemonade or nabs. We have real food, so please eat up. I've been asked to let everyone know that the food on the 2 sets of tables is the same on both sides. So if we could form 2 lines, it would get everyone in and eating a lot quicker, like me. I believe one of the tables is in the outside hallway. Okay. If you need assistance with getting food, we'll definitely help you. Thank you so much again for your attendance. Got it. Right. Again, thank you for your attendance. We appreciate you coming. I would just ask that whoever received an award today or members of the department to stay back so we can get pictures. The promotees also. I'd like to get a picture also.
Well, that's what, yeah, they have signed something. Or they're not.
Or they're not promoted. If you do not sign the form by Randy, 2 years you'll realize you were never promoted. So you may want to sign that. Thank you again. Please go enjoy the meals that we have prepared next door.